and welcome to my first live Facebook video. I've done a bunch of YouTube videos in the past, but I've not done a live video before. So let's learn together. Thank you for joining me. I know that the weather is not the best today. It is supposed to be raining all day, but it is my hope that you will feel warm and energized and ready to tackle some things around the house after we're done with this practice. So let's begin by finding a comfortable position on your back. You might want your feet on the floor or maybe legs extended, but just find a position that is comfortable for you. As you are getting into your comfortable position, I just want to remind you that yoga is supposed to feel good. So at any time during this practice, there is something in your body that is just not agreeing with you, a pose, maybe we've done it too many times. You can always come out of that pose. You can always modify it, dial back the intensity of it. Take a child's pose, take some deep breaths, whatever it is that your body needs. Please respect that. We're all stuck at home. We're all trying to do what is best for our physical and mental health and to stay connected with each other. So do what's best for you, and we're going to get through this together. All right. So hopefully you are in a nice, comfortable position now. Let's focus on our breathing. Let's take some nice, deep, slow inhales and exhales. Another inhale and exhale. So we're working with our breath. Let's work on a consistent and metered breath. So let's inhale for a count of 4. Pause and exhale for a count of 4. Inhale and exhale. 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Hold. And exhale. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Continue to focus on this breathing pattern. While we're here, now is a great time to set an intention or dedication for this practice. Also, as we're practicing today, if you have thoughts that come into your mind, I encourage you to acknowledge them and let them pass. We have plenty of hours remaining in the day to tackle anything that might come up. I encourage this time to be used for self-care, self-love, and your health. So acknowledge thoughts and let them pass. There's plenty of time to revisit them later. On your last round of breath, roll to your left side and using your right hand, press yourself up into a comfortable seated position. From here, let's just go ahead and start warming up our body. We're going to do a series of some neck and shoulder rolls and then continue to work our way down our body to get ourselves energized and ready for our practice. We're going to take our chin and circling it through the left, overhead, down the right, and to the floor. I'm going to use my chin to trace the wall, the ceiling, the wall, and back to the floor. Let's do our neck rolls together. And your last one, pause at the bottom. This time we're going to take our chin and rotate it through the right. So trace your chin up to the right wall, over the ceiling, and down the left, and to the floor. And on your last one, pause at the bottom. Return back to center. Now let's get some movement in our shoulders. So let's roll our shoulders forward. You can make them big, you can make them small. Just looking to get some movement in our shoulders. And let's circle back. And last one, just come to rest your hands by your side. From here, we're going to do a series of arm exercises just to get some more movement. You might start to feel some warming sensation in your arms as we go through this. So inhale your arms out to the side, palms down. Flip your hands together. Bring the palms together. Interlace your fingers and press up. Here, going to exhale and bend to the side. Do 2 rounds of breath here. And inhale back to center. Let's do that to the other side. And inhale back to center and lower your arms. Do some shoulder rolls if that's feeling like it's needed in your body. All right, let's do that again. Inhale our arms up, palms up, arms together. Interlace your fingers and press up. Let's bend to our side again. So hinging at our waist. 2 rounds of breath. Inhale back to center and exhale to the other side. Inhale back to center and exhale your arms back down. Take those shoulder rolls if you feel them. All right, let's do that again. Inhale, arms up, palms up, hands together, interlace your fingers. This time we're going to hinge at our waist forward. 2 rounds of breath again. And inhale back up. And let's see if we can't do just a little mini back bend, keeping those feet planted. 2 rounds of breath here. And back to center. Lower those arms back down. Oh, that feels so good. I already feel my arms starting to wake up. All right, from here, we're coming into a wide-legged seat. So find a position that is comfortable for you. Inhale your right arm up, drop it behind you, and place your left hand on the outside of your right knee. Looking for a nice, straight, erect spine here. We have movement from our waist all the way up through our shoulders. We're not wanting to feel crunchy at all. We're not wanting to feel anything uncomfortable in our spine. Just trying to wake up all of the muscles in our body. On your last exhale, come back to center. Inhale your left arm up and drop it behind you. Place your right hand on the outside of your left knee. Once again, we're looking for a straight and erect spine. On your last exhale, come back to center. Bring your left heel into your groin. We're hinging at our waist, a flat back, folding over our right leg. If you can reach your foot, fantastic. If you can't, that's fine. Ankle, shin, floor for support. Press yourself back up. Extend your left leg out. Bring the heel of your right foot in towards your groin, hinging at your waist, flat back. We're folding over our left leg. Slowly press yourself back up and bring your left heel in as well to a comfortable seated position. From here, plant your right hand on the mat. Inhale your left arm up. Bend your right elbow, hinging at your waist, just bending over slightly. Press up through that right arm. Drop your left arm to the mat. Inhale your right arm up overhead, hinging at your waist. Bend that left elbow and fold to the left. Press up through your left arm. Drop your right hand and come to hands and knees for tabletop. So for tabletop, we want our wrists directly underneath our shoulders, and we want our knees underneath our hips, and we want our knees to be about hip width distance apart, which is about the width of your fist. So make sure that you're nice and grounded and stable. From here, we're moving into cat-cow. So drop your belly towards the mat. Cow. We're going to exhale all the air out, rounding our back, pressing it up towards the sky for cat. Inhale back down for cow. And exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. From here, if you want to do wildcat, do some figure eights with your hips, get some motion and movement, moving down through our lower body. Do a couple more rounds of breath here, and then we'll meet back in tabletop. From here in tabletop, press yourself up to just your knees. We're moving into Bali Seal. Bali Seal is a moving pose, so I want to demonstrate it for you to begin with. I'm going to show you from the side so that you can see the full expression. So we're on our knees. The tops of our feet are flat on our mat. We're inhaling our arms up overhead. We're going to hinge at our waist. We're going to take our belly to our thighs and our seat to our heels. This is a moving pose with our breath. So as we inhale, we're raising up nice and tall, and on our exhale, we're pressing through our arms. We're taking our seat to our heels and our chest to our thighs. On our inhale, we're rising, pressing with our arms like we're pressing through water. All right, so let's do this pose together. So we're on our knees, our arms are extended. On your exhale, hinging at your waist, belly to your thighs, seat to your heels. Inhale, back up. Rise. And exhale, back down. Inhale, back up. And exhale, back down. 2 more. Inhale, back up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, back up. And exhale, lower your arms. From here, we're moving into gate pose. Extend your left leg out to the side. We have our pinky edge of our foot on our mat. We have our right leg directly underneath our hips so that we're nice and supported. We're going to inhale our right arm up overhead, slide our left arm down our leg, and we're hinging over. You might start to feel a nice stretch in your right side body here. You might even feel a stretch in your inner thigh. 2 rounds of breath here. And exhale back down. Bring that left leg in, extend the right leg. Inhale your left arm up, slide your right arm down, your leg. Oh, I'm feeling a beautiful stretch here in my left side body. 2 rounds of breath. Exhale back down. Bring your right leg in and come to stand at the front of your mat. From here, we're hinging at our waist, folding forward, planting our hands, step back for plank. Take your seat up and back for down dog. And just walk the dog out. We haven't done a lot yet with our lower body. So just take this time to activate those legs, get some blood flowing, pedal your feet out. On your next inhale, raise your right foot to the sky, and on your exhale, bring your right foot to the front of your mat. If you have to pick up your foot and move it to the front of your mat, that's perfectly okay. Pressing through our hands, raising our torso, coming into high lunge. For high lunge, we want to make sure that we can see our toes over our knee, our hip bones are facing forward, and we're on the ball of our back foot. Inhale your arms up overhead. Take a nice deep breath here. Bring your left foot to meet the right at the front of your mat. Sit back into chair. Sit a little lower. Inhale back up. Bending forward, hinging at your waist, fold forward. Just take a moment in your full forward fold just to release. All right, we've got some more work to do. Plant your hands, step back for plank. When we're in plank, we're on the ball of our feet. We have our arms directly underneath our shoulders, and we're looking for a flat back. We don't want our seat too high, and we don't want our seat too low. If you need to modify your plank, you can always drop your knees, or you could always do plank from your elbows. So in plank, send your seat up and back for down dog. Again, pedal out your dog. Inhale your left foot to the sky, and on your exhale, swing it through and meet it between your hands at the front of your mat. Press up through your hands for high lunge. I'm checking that I can see my toes over my knee. I'm inhaling my arms up overhead, and my hips are pointing forward. Take a couple of rounds of breath here. And step your right foot to meet your left at the front of your mat. Sit back in your chair. A little bit lower. Inhale up. I'm going to do the same set one more round. Hinging at your waist, fold forward, plant your hands, step back for plank. Send your seat up and back for down dog. Just pedal it a couple of times because we're going to pick up the pace. Inhale your right leg to the sky. On your exhale, swing it through to meet your hands at the front of your mat. Pressing through your arms, raise your torso, arms overhead, hip bones straight ahead. From here, step your left foot to meet the right at the front of your mat and sit back in your chair. A little lower. Inhale back up, hinging at the waist, fold forward, plant your hands, step back for plank. Back for down dog. On your next inhale, inhale your left leg to the sky. Swing it through to meet your hands at the front of your mat. Pressing up through the hands. Inhale your arms up overhead. Take a couple of rounds of breath here. Step your right to meet your left at the front of your mat. Sit back in your chair. A little lower. And on your exhale, rise and lower your arms. I hope you're starting to feel warm. Our bodies should be warmed up by now. Maybe we're feeling a little energized. Might be a little out of breath. We still have a lot more practice ahead of us. So let's keep it going. From here, we're at the front of our mat. We're grounding down through our feet. And we're moving into blown palm tree. Inhale your right arm up and slowly hinge to your side. When we're doing blown palm tree, our legs are engaged. Our abs are working to keep us erect and from slooping over. Exhale your right arm down and inhale that left arm up, sliding that right arm just down your leg. Inhale back down. Perfect. From here, we're going to do a modified version of eagle. So if you do not feel stable in certain postures, because we're going to kind of be balancing, what I would encourage you to do is just keep your foot kind of kickstand on the ground so that you feel stable. I would never want anyone to get hurt or push themselves past something that they're comfortable with. So For my version of eagle, if you're feeling uncomfortable, keep your foot kickstand on the ground. I'm going to inhale my right leg up. I'm going to cross it over my left. I'm going to bring my palms together, and I'm going to sit back in my chair. I don't usually use the twisted arms because I find for beginners, this is a little bit more stable. I'm looking for my drishti, a nice stable, non-moving spot out ahead of me. Inhale back up, drop your arms and drop your leg. All right, moving to the other side. So this time I'm going to kickstand my left foot just to make sure that I'm feeling stable in this posture. So from here, I'm going to inhale my left leg up. I'm going to cross it over my right, bring my palms together, and I'm going to sit back in my chair. Find that drishti, something that's just not moving, will help to give you more stability in your pose. And exhale. And drop your arms. Wonderful. All right, from here, we're going to take our left foot and extend it back behind us. Our right foot, we might want to make it a little bit wider just so that you're nice and stable in this pose. We're moving into warrior two. So we're going to have our hips turned to the side, and you might want to take your foot and turn your toes towards the long edge of your mat. So we're taking our body and turning it in this direction. Now, depending on your own anatomy, you might feel that this knee rotates in. Find what works best for you in your body. But typically, we want our hip bones going towards the long edge of our mat. We're inhaling our arms to the front and back of our mats. We're checking for alignment, and we're bending into that front leg. From here, bend your right elbow, hinge at your waist, and plant it on top of your knee. Extend your left arm overhead so that it's touching your ear. From here, rotate your foot, your back foot, and cartwheel your hands down. Place your hands on your mat and step your right leg to meet your hands at the front of your mat. Now this time I'm going to turn so that I can demonstrate it this way. From here, press yourself up. We're rotating our back foot so that the toes are pointing towards the long edge of our mat. We're going to bend into our front leg. We're taking our hips and we're turning them towards the long edge of our mat. We're extending our arms to the front and back of our mat. And we're bending into that knee. From here, bend your left elbow, hinge at your waist, extend your arm overhead so that is touching your ear. From here, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Step your left foot back. We're in plank. Coming into down dog. And slowly make your way to the front of your mat. Hop, jump, skip, whatever's best for you. We're in a forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Your arms up overhead, and exhale. Sorry about the phone call. All right, from here, we're moving into a series of sun salutations. So We're going to be moving a little slow in our pace, and then we're going to pick it up. We're going to do a few of them, and at any point in time, if you feel as though you're becoming overwhelmed with it, you can always drop to your knees and take a child's pose. Do what works best for you and your body. So inhale your arms up overhead, hinging at your waist, fold forward, full forward fold. Half lift, inhale your arms or your hands to your shins. Full forward fold, plant your hands, step back for plank. Drop your knees to the mat, lower yourself down. We're hovering our hands off of the mat. Inhale, your shoulders up off the mat. Exhale back down. Plant your hands, curl your toes, press up for plank. Back for down dog. Slowly make your way to the front of your mat. Half lift, hands on shins. Full forward fold. Reverse swan dive, your arms overhead, and lower them back down. So that was our full sun A. We're going to do a few of those. So I'm going to turn this direction, the long edge of my mat, and I'm going to do the rest of them with you. So we're at the front of our mat. Inhale your arms up overhead, hinging at your waist, fold forward. Half lift, hands on shins. Full forward fold, plant your hands, step back for plank. Drop your knees, lower yourself to the mat. Hover your hands, engage your abs, lift your chest. Exhale back down. Plant your hands, curl your toes, press up for plank. Back for down dog. Step your way to the front of your mat. Half lift. Full forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Your arms overhead. And slowly lower them back down. So that one was a little bit faster, and we're going to keep getting faster as we move through. So inhale your arms up, hinging at your waist, full forward fold. Half lift, full forward fold, plant your hands, step back for plank. Let's hold this plank just a little bit longer. Drop your knees, lower yourself down to the mat. Hover your hands, engage your abs, lift your chest. Exhale back down. Plant your hands, curl your toes, press up for plank. Back for down dog. Walk your way to the front of your mat. Half lift. Full forward fold. Reverse swan dive. And lower back down. We should be feeling warm. Hopefully you're feeling energized. Let's do this a few more times. Inhale your arms up overhead. Whew. Hinging at your waist. Fold forward. Half lift. Full forward fold. Plant your hands. Step back for plank. We're going to hold this plank a little bit longer again. Remember, we're looking for a flat back with our plank. And there's always modifications that you can take. Drop your knees, lower yourself down. Hover your hands, engage your abs, lift your chest. Exhale back down. Plant your hands, curl your toes, press up for plank. Back for down dog. Bring yourself to the front of your mat. Half lift. Full forward fold. Reverse swan dive. And lower your arms back down. Whew. All right, let's keep going. I hope you're feeling as good as I am. Inhale those arms up overhead, hinging at the waist, full forward fold, half lift. Full forward fold, plant your hands, step back for plank. Let's hold this one even longer. As we're holding this plank, you might start to feel some trembling in your abs, in your legs, in your arms. That means our body's working. Drop your knees, lower yourself down to the mat. Hover your hands, inhale your chest off the mat. And exhale back down. Curl your toes, press through your hands, lift up for plank. Back for down dog. Walk your way to the front of your mat. Half lift. Full forward fold. Reverse swan dive, your arms overhead. And slowly lower back down. Whew. All right, we got one more left. Let's make this one count. Inhale your arms up overhead, hinging at the waist, full forward fold, half lift. Full forward fold, plant your hands, step back for plank. Don't worry, this is our last plank for the day. Drop your knees, press your seat back to your heels, and let's come into child's pose. So take your knees the width of your mat or whatever's comfortable for you, and extend your arms out in front. Child's pose is a nice restorative resting pose. We've been doing a lot of work. Now press yourself up slowly and come back into tabletop. So our hands and knees, our knees are directly underneath our hips and our hands are directly underneath our shoulders. From here, we're moving into fire hydrant. So for fire hydrant, we're going to raise our knee out to the side, and then we're going to kick back. So we've got a 2-position movement here. So out to the side and then kick back. We're going to do a series of 10 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower your knee back down. We're going to meet in tabletop. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So out to the side and kick back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Come back to sit on your heels and swing your legs around. Moving into 4-legged table here. So for 4-legged table, we're going to want our heels about 10 to 15 inches away from our seat. And we're going to have our hands planted probably about 8 inches from our seat. Now, hand position. find what works best for you and your wrists. We're going to hold this pose and we're going to do a series of 3 of these. So on our inhale, we're going to raise our belly towards the ceiling. So plant your heels, feel nice and grounded, and inhale up. We're holding this pose. You can keep your neck engaged by looking up at the ceiling. You don't want to just let it kind of droop here. And on your next exhale, lower back down. All right. Adjust if you need to. Do you need to move your heels? Do you need to change your hand position? Let's get ready. And here. Inhale. Raise that belly towards the ceiling. Make sure that neck is engaged. We don't want a floppy head. And lower back down. Whew. All right, we've got one more. So make any adjustments that you need to make. Plant your hands, plant your heels, and inhale that belly towards the ceiling. This is going to be our longest hold. So if you need to come out of this pose, just lower down at any time. And slowly lower back down. Ah, wonderful. Now, let's lower ourselves down towards our mat. We're going to extend our legs out in front, and we're just going to rest here on our elbows. Inhale your right leg up, just so that your heel is above your big toe on your left foot. Want to flex that foot. If it hasn't been, go ahead and point that foot towards your face. Lower back down. Inhale your left foot up, just so that the heel is above your big toe, and flex that foot. Point the toes towards your face. Exhale back down. Inhale that right foot up again. Toes flexed. Exhale back down. And inhale the left foot up. Toes flexed. Next engaged. We've got muscles working all the way down our leg, up through our abs. And exhale back down. Slowly push yourself back up to a seated position. From here, we're moving into boat. So if you have any tailbone issues, this might be uncomfortable. So you might want to stay on your elbows, and you can do a modified boat in this position. But if your tailbone is okay and you're not having any lower back issues, let's come to sit on our sit bones. And with a boat, you have a few different options. We can just raise our feet a little bit off the ground, supporting ourselves by holding the back of our thighs. We can raise our feet a little bit higher. We're looking for a straight, flat back here. You can release your legs, and you'll feel a lot of work happening in your legs and in your abs. Couple of rounds of breath here. And if you want to take this to an advanced pose, you can always extend your legs straight. Slowly lower your feet back down to the mat. Bring your heels together. Pull them in towards you. And fold forward for butterfly. A nice release for all the work we've been doing. Press yourself back up and extend your legs out in front. So inhale your right knee up, pick it up and place your heel on the outside of your left knee. We're going to take our right arm, we're going to place it on the inside of our right knee. We're placing our left hand behind us. Just moving into a nice, gentle twist. Think about twist as maybe wringing out a towel. We don't want to wrench ourselves too hard. We just want to feel some nice, gentle movement. Slowly bring yourself back to center. Pick up that right leg and place it on the floor. Bend that left knee. Place your heel on the outside of your right knee. Place your right arm behind you and your left arm on the inside of your left knee. What we're doing is using our arms as leverage to help us twist a little bit further. But if this is uncomfortable, you can always place your foot on the inside, whatever works best for you. Yoga is your practice. Find what works best for you in your own body. Here, slowly bring yourself back to center and lower your leg. We're coming once again into a wide-legged seat. So find a position that's comfortable for you. And this time we're just going to round and relax and fold into this nice release. See if on each of your exhales, can you fold a little bit further into the pose? Release a little bit more each time. Slowly press yourself back up. Bring your knees together and lower yourself down to the mat. Coming into moving bridge. So our heels are about 8 to 10 inches away from our seat. And with moving bridge, we're going to move with our breath, and we're going to move our torso to the sky, and we're going to move our arms overhead, all in synchronicity with our breath. So on our inhale, we're going to take our stomach to the ceiling, and we're going to take our arms overhead. Make sure that your feet are nice and grounded. Inhale up. And on your exhale, slowly lower one vertebrae at a time as you're pressing out all of your air, and lower your arms down to the mat as well. So we're going to do this a few more times. So inhale up. And exhale, slowly lower down. One vertebrae at a time. All right, once again, inhale up. But this time, exhale out all of your air before you start your movement. So press out all of your air and then lower down in that pause. And one more. Inhale up. Then once again, exhale out all of your air before you start your movement. And then lower down in the pause. From here, if you would like to take happy baby or bring your knees in towards your chest, and do some gentle massaging rolls on your lower back. And then we're moving into Shavasana. So however you personally like to set yourself up for Shavasana, blankets, bolsters, anything that you would like, find what works best for you in your own comfortable Shavasana. We will be in Shavasana for 6 minutes. So find something that is comfortable and peaceful for you. If you wish to set in meditation, please feel free to do that also. I will let you know when our 6 minutes is up. slowly bring your awareness back into the room. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take a nice, deep, cleansing inhale and exhale. Another inhale and exhale. As you are ready, roll to your left side, and with your right hand, press yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that everything went well with the video. I won't know until I actually watch it. But let's end by inhaling our arms up overhead, palms together, and down through heart center. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope to see you again soon, and let me leave you with this thought. Life is better when you are laughing. Thank you, and namaste.